Hello everyone, in this video I will be comparing the Logitech StreamCam to the Razer Kiyo Pro webcam. I'm Eloy from Knowledge Sharing Tech. If you're not subscribed yet to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe if you find the content of my channel interesting. I would really appreciate it and it will help the channel greatly. And this way you will not miss any future videos I make. In my video, I'll be covering the following aspects. First, I'm going to be talking about the specifications of each webcam very quickly, and then I'm going to be talking a little bit about the practicality of each webcam, because this is very important, you're going to see. And the most important aspect of this video is that I'll be performing a video recording test of each webcam. So you're going to see both webcams side by side, and both webcams with different settings, and also both webcams in different lighting scenarios. So let me talk now about the specifications of each webcam. So both webcams can record in Full HD, that is 1080p at 60 frames per second. This is the highest setting they can record at. They have a lens opening of 2.0, both webcams. Now for the recording angle, the StreamCam has an angle of 78 degrees and the Razer Kiyo Pro has 3 angle settings. The narrowest one is 79 degrees, and this is what I put it always on because the picture won't be distorted, because if you put it on a higher angle, the picture will be distorted on the sides. So also the StreamCam has on top of the Razer Kiyo Pro the ability to record video horizontally or vertically. If you want to put it vertically, you need to remove it from its cradle and turn it vertically like this, and you can record a vertical video, like for Instagram, for instance. And the Razer Kiyo Pro has another feature on top of the StreamCam, is that it can record in HDR format. Now the HDR, when you put it in HDR, it can record only at 30 frames per second at Full HD. So let me talk now a little bit about the practicality of each webcam. Let me start with the Razer Kiyo Pro. First, it is a big webcam, which is not bad by itself, but it's really heavy. So if you put it on a laptop and the laptop screen is a little bit open like this, it tends to bring down the screen. So this is something that you should take notice of. But the good thing is that you can put it on a tripod without removing the base here. So it has an opening for a tripod here. You can put it on a tripod. And another aspect that is practical about the Razer Kiyo Pro is that it has a detachable USB-C cable. So you can, if you want to put another longer like USB-C cable, you can purchase another one. But be careful, you need to purchase a very good quality USB-C cable, because it is very picky when it comes to USB connections, this Razer Kiyo Pro. So also another thing that I like, but this is for both cameras, is that if you want to record like lower like this, if you want to record straight, you can position the camera like this. So let me talk now about the practicality of the StreamCam. First, the StreamCam doesn't have a detachable USB cable. It has USB-C connection, and if you want to like have another like longer cable, you need to purchase an extension, and the extension should be really of a good quality so that you don't lose the ability to record in 60 frames per second at 1080p. Another thing is that the Logitech can be removed from its base. So you can remove it if you want to put it in the other base. So it comes with 2 bases, as you see. And the other base has a tripod opening, as you see here. And this is something I don't like. I mean, why you have to remove the camera from its base if you want to put it on a tripod? And I wonder why Logitech didn't simply put like an opening for the tripod here. So this is something that is not practical in my opinion. And of course, like having a fixed USB cable is not practical also. But what is practical about it is that it is not very heavy. It is like really smaller than the Razer Kiyo Pro, as you see. And also it has the ability to record in an angle that is like this. So now let me install both cameras on my Windows 11 PC and start the video recording test. So these are here, both cameras installed on my screen side by side. And notice here that I have 2 lights that I purchased before. So these lights are the UV size lights. By the way, if you want to see the video on how I set up these lights and how they affect the recording, please check the link in the description. So I'm gonna try the cameras with the lights on and then with the lights off. I have also two lights here, one to my left, one to my right. So here are the two cameras side by side in OBS. And the first test is that I'm gonna leave the settings of each webcam by default. Only for the Razer Kiyo Pro, I put the autofocus on passive so that it doesn't lose focus. And this is a very good setting that Razer implemented not long ago in its Synapse software. So for the StreamCam, I kept it on default and the Razer Kiyo Pro on default. And for the lighting, let me show you a little bit how the lighting is now. So I'm gonna switch to my C920 that is on the lightings. So here you see the lightings. I have the UV size lightings that are off and I have the room lights that are on. Let me switch back to side by side. So here you see with the normal lights on and the settings is at 60 frames per second and they are not like dropping frames. It's really good. And I'm gonna perform also, of course, an autofocus test later on. So let me now turn on the UV size lights. So this is one. And this is two. And remember that both cameras are on auto settings, both of them. So this is here just to show you that I turned on the lights. And you see that the StreamCam like adjusted better than the Kiyo Pro, I think. And it doesn't like overexpose a lot. And the Kiyo Pro adjusted, it took a little bit more time, but you see like on my forehead, the Kiyo Pro is a little bit having more trouble to adjust, whereas the StreamCam is really better. And of course here frames are not dropping because the lighting is really good. And what I wanted to show you here also is that the color. So notice how on the default settings, the color, the Kiyo Pro is a little bit like bluish. Even my beard like looks bluish, and this t-shirt is more accurately represented with the StreamCam. It is really like dark blue-gray, and it is not blue as the Kiyo Pro is showing it. So let me show you a little bit full screen, both webcams, how they look. So this here is the Kiyo Pro, and you see that it is a little bit overexposed in auto settings. And this is the StreamCam here. And as I said, the StreamCam has a little bit of edge over the Kiyo Pro. I think like out of the box and at the default settings, it has a better image. So now with this like setting, I'm gonna try the autofocus and you're gonna see. So I'm gonna use the StreamCam's box here and let's see how much it takes to autofocus. See the StreamCam autofocused like directly, and the Razer Kiyo Pro up until now, it is having trouble like focusing. So the Razer Kiyo Pro, it focused now. So it took a lot of time to focus. And let me remove the box and see how they focus back on me. And the StreamCam focused much faster than the Kiyo Pro, but the Kiyo Pro focused, it took a little bit more time. So now I fine-tuned each camera in OBS to the best setting that I could find. I managed to remove a little bit the bluish color from the Kiyo Pro, but not too much as you see. And the StreamCam really adjusted beautifully. And the Kiyo Pro is also very good. So these are both webcams adjusted on the best settings in OBS. By the way, both cameras have software to adjust them. So the StreamCam has a software called Logi Capture. So you can adjust it there and it will save the settings. And the Razer Kiyo Pro has a software called Synapse. You can also adjust it there and it will also save the settings. So the next time you don't have to readjust it in OBS. So this here is a full screen recording of the StreamCam on the optimal settings. So I configured everything as I said earlier manually. So let me switch now to also a full screen of the Kiyo Pro also with manual settings. So this here is the Kiyo Pro with manual settings. So it took like a couple of seconds to focus, which is not a big deal, but you see how good the picture quality is of the Kiyo Pro also when you adjust it manually. One last setting I wanted to try on the Kiyo Pro is that I wanted to enable HDR. So here HDR is enabled. Of course, the frame rates drop to 30 frames per second, but this is not a big deal. I wanted to enable HDR to see if I can get better picture quality for the Kiyo Pro. And I frankly couldn't get a better picture quality than with the HDR off. So in my opinion, the Kiyo Pro with HDR off is better than with HDR on. So at the end, let me give you what I like and what I don't like about these both cameras. So first, for both these cameras, I like the fact that they have 1080p 60 frames per second recording capability and streaming capability, of course. And for the StreamCam, I like the fact that it is small, so it is smaller than the Razer Kiyo. So if you put it on a laptop, it doesn't tend to bring the laptop cover down. And also I like the fact, and this is the most important part, is that its video recording is outstanding. So even with the default settings, you can get a really good video quality out of the StreamCam. Now, what I like about the Razer Kiyo Pro is the fact that it is really well constructed and it feels like a very good quality camera. I like the fact that it has a detachable USB cable. So if you want a longer USB cable, you can have also for this camera. And I like its video quality. It's not as good as a StreamCam, but with some settings and with some fine tuning, you can get a good picture quality of it. Now, what I don't like a lot about the StreamCam is that it has like a fixed USB cable. And this fixed USB cable, of course, you can get an extension, USB to USB, like it should be a good extension, but nevertheless, it would have been better if it had a detachable USB cable. And I don't like the fact that you need to change the base to put it in a tripod. I mean, what Logitech was thinking, not to put just a screw hole in its like base, and this way you can just screw a tripod in this screw hole instead of changing the bases. Now, what I don't like about the Razer Kiyo Pro is that sometimes it takes time to focus, but it's far better than before because Razer recently updated the firmware of the camera and they updated also their Synapse software. And also, I don't like the fact that the colors are not accurately represented in the Kiyo Pro, but overall, both cameras are really good and you cannot go wrong with both cameras. Now, budget-wise, the Razer Kiyo Pro is a little bit more expensive than the StreamCam, but sometimes it is discounted. So if you want to purchase it, wait for this discount. And the StreamCam also it is discounted, but not as much as the Razer Kiyo Pro. So I hope that you liked my video and found it useful, and I hope that my video will help you in your decision of purchasing a webcam, whether it is a StreamCam or whether it is the Razer Kiyo Pro. I want to thank you all for watching. And if you like this video, please share it, subscribe to my channel, and give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and it will help the channel greatly. Until next time.